Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is TAYFIT and I'm a psychic medium here on YouTube. Today we're going to do a pick a card reading all about what you need to hear for this new year from Spirit. So first I need you to choose one of these three piles, pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. Take a second to pause the video and meditate on these three piles to see which pile you feel drawn to the most. Once you've chosen your pile, scroll down to the description box where you will find the timestamp for each pile. Click on that timestamp and it'll take you directly to your portion of the reading. All right, I'll see you in your pile. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose this pile with the two cards, this is going to be a reading all about what the universe wants to tell you moving forward into the new year. So when I first channeled your energy, I just see you you're trying to move forward. You're trying to move forward and you're excited about moving forward, but it's almost like your feet are stuck in the mud or quicksand, or like you're rushing forward, but you're not getting somewhere. And so we're going to kind of talk about this today and see what this message has in store for you. So first, let's see. We have lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So I'm just going to bring this card up here because it's literally beautiful. So one huge message that's coming through here, one huge message that's coming through here is the fact that there's something that you're dealing with. Sorry, there's a hair right there. And there might be like small things that are distracting you, like the fact that there was just a hair here and you're like getting distracted and it's kind of taking you away from your vision, or when you go to do the thing that you want to do, you get easily distracted. And we'll talk about that in a second. It'll make more sense. But first, let me go back to this. So this is about something that you have literally done in many, many past lives. So whatever it is that you want to focus on, that you want to move forward with, you've done this for lifetimes. You've done this over and over again. You've perfected it. You've mastered it. And in this life, you're just remembering. You're remembering what it felt like, how you did it, and you're almost like perfecting this craft or this skill. You're mastering it completely and you're showing it to others. And so Spirit is saying you're not new to this. Whatever it is that you're chasing, you're not new to this. This is something you've been doing for a very, very, very long time. But the thing is that whatever this is, whether it's like energy work or art, or it has to do with some creation, some creativity, you have to be in tune. It's something that is intuitive and you feel it, and when you feel it, you do it. And it's not something that is necessarily set in like a routine or a structure of like, I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this. It's not like that. You can't plan this out. That's what Spirit wants me to tell you. You can't plan out what you're trying to accomplish. You have to feel it out. You have to intuitively know what's right and go for it. It's the difference between, when people say, oh, I have a self-care routine, and they're like doing the same self-care routine every single day, and it gets old. Because maybe you don't need that same self-care routine every day. You just need a self-care practice. You need to tune into your body and do what feels right. And that's what this thing is that you're rushing forward towards. It's something that you're trying to plan so hard on the schedule, and you're trying to like look at, okay, here, I'm going to do this. And then on Thursday, I'm going to do this at this time. But it's like, maybe on Thursday at this time, it doesn't feel right. And so it's not the right time. It's almost like you're too structured, and it's good that you're so structured, but you have to find a balance between this structure and this commitment and this drive, and use it to be committed and driven in the moment that feels right, and just go with the flow. Maybe more of a flow energy. Maybe dancing would kind of just help you get into the flow. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Dancing or movement or breath work, like yoga, or do some kriya or some breath work, or just getting in the flow with maybe more so of your feminine energy, because feminine energy is just, it's flowy. It's just with the vibes, and you're more so in like that masculine energy of like structure, stability, organization, like bam, bam, bam. 9:30 I do this, 10:30 I do this, 11:30 I do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna meal prep, and I'm gonna it's just like so structured, whatever this is with your day. And so Spirit wants to remind you, like, to kind of, sway a little bit away from that masculine energy and more into the feminine side and more into that creative energy. Maybe work on your sacral chakra. Do sacral chakra meditation. Create some art. Get connected to your passions. Like, what really makes you feel alive, makes you feel whole, makes you feel good. And Spirit really just wants you to kind of connect more with your creativity, connect more with your feminine side, and step into that power. And don't look at this thing you're trying to accomplish as so much of I don't want to say, it is your goal. It's your goal. You're rushing towards your goal. But don't look at it as so much of like a job or I have to do this right now or else I'm not going to be successful, because it's not true. You just do it in the moment that feels right. Like, you still have the structure, but it's not as structured. It's not like you're going to be like, oh, it doesn't feel right this whole month, so I'm not going to do shit. No, that's not the case. You're going to be doing things, but just not on the set schedule. Not on like, I have to do this now, I have to do this now, I have to do this now, or else I'm not going to be successful. No, because then you're forcing the flow. It's not flowing anymore. Spirit's saying flow like water. Be like water, my friend. What is that from? It's like, you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a bowl, it becomes the bowl. Be more like water. Water can flow or water can crush. Be like water, my friend. Something like that, okay? So be like water. Just go with the flow. Flow in your creativity. Be less rigid. Be less structured. You can still have this structure without making it so, like, not fun, is what I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting. So it's like, because when you're trying to make it so structured, it's like you're rushing forward, you're using all this energy, but then you're stuck in the mud or in the quicksand and your feet are just stuck there and you're trying to move forward and you just feel like you can't and you're doing all this extra work. And Spirit is like, just flow, just chill, just relax, just be in the moment, just do what feels right. And you're very intuitive, so you know how to be in the flow. You know what feels right. And you know what doesn't feel right. And you know when you're forcing something. So be more in tune with that idea. Okay, so Spirit wants me to move on to this second card. So the second card is Forge. Don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. So here we go. Look how beautiful that is. And look at, she's flowing. How funny. She is flowing. And I just saw 7-Eleven on the timer. So maybe, or like the phone, whatever. So maybe 7-Eleven, you've been seeing that, and maybe that angel number is important to you, but that's all about, like, if I'm not mistaken, like, great things coming your way, like a very abundance. Look it up just in case so you get the right message. But pave a new path. Be the leader you wish that you had. Yeah, Spirit is saying it's time. I have to hold this crystal right now, sorry. It's time to go a different direction, to do it a way that other people haven't done it before. So maybe you see people who are successful in the field that you want to be in or the thing that you want to do, and you're pushing to be the same as them, but Spirit is saying you're not the same. You're very different, and you're different in a good way, and you might not see it in a good way because you're like, oh, why can't I be like them? Because you're not them. You're you, and you are so amazing, so amazingly beautiful, so creative, so in tune with yourself and with others and with the universe, and you know what to do. You know what's right. You've done this before, time and time and time again. But right now, you're trying to do it like how other people are doing it. You're trying to make the same TikToks as them, the same, YouTube videos as them. You're trying to do the same posts, and you're like, why am I not successful? Well, the thing is that you need to do what feels right for you. You need to do what's aligned with your life, what's aligned with who you want to be, what you want to create, what you want to show the world, what your voice is, what you want others to hear or know or learn or feel. What is your goal? This crystal, I don't even know what it's called, but this is all about, creativity and tapping into your creativity. And I just felt like I needed to hold it, and I feel so balanced. And Spirit told me to put the sage here, but I think it's literally because you need to sage yourself. You need to to cleanse your body of, draining and negative energy that's kind of overpowering you a little bit right now, because you have these thoughts about yourself that you're not good enough. And Spirit wants me to tell you, you are more than good enough, and you are on the verge of a transformation. You're on the brink of new success coming your way, of beautiful things, but you have to believe it. You have to believe in the life that you want. You have to hold your vision. You have to go with the flow. You have to just allow yourself to create. And I'm even thinking about this show that I was watching. It's called From Scratch on Netflix. And this girl, she wants to be an artist. And she keeps getting into the art industry, but she's doing things like managing clients, and she loves art. And she's just not happy because she's not doing what she loves. She's not doing what her heart is calling her to do. Even though she knows it's what her heart is calling her to do, she's not doing it because she is so caught up with other people's opinions, other people's voices. You hear my dogs down there, they're going crazy. I don't know if you can hear them. But when my dogs go crazy like that, it means you have a lot of outside noise in your mind, in your head. People telling you, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. That's not stable. That's a sketchy path. You've been doing other things so much better, or you're so stable in this career, whatever it is. And so you're kind of scared. You have these fears. But Spirit wants you to know that you've been doing this for lifetimes. And you are so connected to this idea of what you can be. And you just have to believe it. You just have to hold that vision. Visualize what you want every single day. Tell yourself who you want to be. Tell yourself who you are. And watch this vision grow, and just keep holding that vision and keep going with the flow. Spirit, is there more? No, this is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my reading. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. Just think about it as an energetic exchange. If you're interested, I post a lot of pick-a-cards and a lot of videos on TikTok as well. And it is the same handle, TarotXTayFit. I would love to have you. And I hope to see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose the center pile, this is going to be a reading all about what your spirit guides, or what the universe wants you to know moving into the new year. So first, when I started channeling your energy, I was seeing that you are kind of like triggered easily, in the sense that you might feel like people have bad intentions for you. You might feel like you don't trust others, like people are after you or always trying to make you, I don't want to say, I'm going to say this, but I'm not saying it in an offensive manner. I'm saying that you are kind of in this victim mentality, but this is for a good reason. But Spirit wants to shift your perspective. So the reason why you're in this victim mentality is the fact that you have been hurt a lot. You have been done wrong a lot. Like, look at this heart. Spirit told me to pick it up, and now I understand why. It's like your heart feels black, but it doesn't feel black because you don't love. It feels black because you have been so hurt and you've been done so wrong. And there's been a lot of people in your life who didn't want what's best for you. And it caused you a lot of pain and caused you a lot of suffering. And, you stayed a little bit longer than you should have in these situations, whether they were friendships or relationships or jobs or whatever it was. And so right now you're kind of in this energy of being, easily triggered because you don't really trust anybody and you feel like they are all almost out to get you. And so it puts you into this victim mentality of, poor me, everyone doesn't have good, like no one around me has good intentions, right? But for a good reason, right? But Spirit doesn't want you to live like this. Spirit wants things to change for you. Spirit wants your heart to turn, pure. Spirit wants you to cleanse these old energies out of you. And and remove them so you can move forward, and you can move forward in abundance, and you can bring abundance into your life. So we also have the sage. Spirit told me to put the sage here for this reading, and it's relevant to the first pile, and it's definitely relevant to your pile. It would be very important for you to cleanse yourself energetically, to sage yourself daily, to take energetic showers or baths. You could put salt into your bath. You could literally just go into a body of water if you have like an ocean or lake near you and energetically cleanse yourself. But it's important because Spirit wants to remove all this negative energy from your body. And there's another thing that could be very important to you, and this is cutting energetic cords away from your body. So I can see that there's a lot of people who have maybe hurt you in the past. They've done you wrong. They've made you feel like your heart is black, like you are, it's a solid black like rock. It's just like, it's hardened, right? It's been hardened. And this is also a stone of protection. And because it's been hardened, it's hardened in order to protect yourself. It's hardened in order for you to make sure no one fucks with you again. That's the thing. It's like, it's a protection mechanism, and it's for a good cause. But Spirit doesn't want you to have to do this anymore. Spirit wants you to be able to drop your defenses so you can bring in abundance. So when I see you energetically, I see this heart space in your chest is locked away. There's like so many locks, lock after lock after lock, and it's chained up, and it's like nobody can come in. I don't trust anybody. I don't want anyone in this space. I'm not going to allow them here. But Spirit doesn't want you to live like this anymore. Spirit wants you to bring abundance in. So let me look at this card. Let's see what it is. The Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this up here really quick so you can see, because these cards are really, really beautiful. So I see this aspect of shadow and light here. And so Spirit wants you to come into balance with your shadow side and your light side, and understand that we can create love, and we can create abundance by balancing out our shadow and our light side. So our shadow side is things that we don't necessarily, maybe sometimes we're not very proud of, or we're like, why are we like that? Maybe your shadow side has to do with your anger, because we have anger, conflict, softening to love here. So maybe you have this anger built up inside of you, like, how could somebody do me so wrong? How did all these people do me so wrong? And so then when you have this anger, it puts you in that victim mentality of everyone does me wrong, everyone does me wrong. And then when you're thinking that everyone does you wrong, and you're thinking, well, because they have in the past, you're thinking about that. You are attracting that because you're putting your energy into negativity. You're putting your energy into people, places, things that have done you wrong. And now you're thinking about it, you're putting your energy into it, and now it's manifesting into your life, and over and over and over again. And so now you're mad, you're angry, and you're just closed off, and you're like, what the heck? Why is this happening to me? But Spirit wants you to know this isn't happening to you. This is happening for reasons of growth, for you to learn to love yourself more, for you to learn that you are worthy of abundance. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of having good people in your life. And once you understand your worth and you understand that you deserve this, that abundance is going to just come straight into your life. And until then, you're going to feel closed off. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm locked away because I feel hardened. But Spirit is saying, soften up. Love is possible. Good people are possible. But you have to believe that you deserve it. You have to believe that you are worthy of it. You have to believe that you can let go of this past, and you can find balance in the dark and in the light. And you can balance out that energy, and you can move forward. But there's a lot of people that you need to actually like literally cut out completely, leave them behind, like cut off their friendships, cut off these relationships. Like, I'm not being like, oh, cut everyone off and leave. But there's a lot of people that you need to cut off, and that you need to get rid of, and that you need to leave behind in order to bring new and better energy into your life. And by you keeping these people around, you are letting the universe know that you want them around. that you want this energy in your life, that maybe you want more of this energy in your life because you're keeping it there. So you want more of it, right? So the energy, like, that's how the universe works. That's how the law of attraction works. That's how energy works. If you're keeping this energy around, you must like it, and you're going to get more of it. But if you don't want this energy around, you cut it off, and the universe understands, oh, you don't like that energy. We're going to raise the energy that we're sending you. We're going to raise the vibration. What do you want? And I understand, because I've been through this lesson of self-worth, this lesson of self-love, this lesson of just knowing what you deserve and believing it, because you deserve so much, pile 2. You deserve so much more than what you're getting right now. And I understand this anger. I understand thinking that, like, I'm the victim and that everyone is after me, and why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep being in the worst relationships? Don't ask yourself that question. That's the past. Let that go. Let them go. Let these people go. Cut it off. Cut these cords energetically. Cleanse yourself, sage yourself, and understand that it's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to bring new energy into your life, but you are the only person who can do that. You have to change your thought patterns. You can attract what you want by changing your thoughts, by knowing what you want, by knowing what you deserve, by demanding it. You're demanding it. You know those types of people who just come in the room and they demand respect? That's what Spirit wants you to do. Spirit wants you to demand respect. And anyone who doesn't respect you and doesn't give you the level of respect you're demanding, they can fucking leave. They can leave. Because you demand this level of respect, because you have this level of respect for yourself. And you don't allow anything less than that to come into your life. So these are all the messages I have for you, pile 2. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you my love. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. I really, really appreciate you. And if you're interested, I have a TikTok. I post a ton of pick a card readings on there, nice and short ones. And I would love to have you. It's the same handle, TarotXTayFit. And I will see you in my next reading. Bye. Hi there, pile 3. If you chose this, last pile over here, this is going to be a reading all about what the universe, what your spirit guides want you to hear moving forward into this new year. So first, we're going to talk about... I need to grab this. This needs to be in my hand right now. Okay, so first, we're going to talk about what happened when I channeled your energy. So when I first channeled your energy, I see you in the sand, rolling around, literally on the dirt, on the sand, being barefoot, in the earth. It's like you need to get out in nature. You need to connect with nature. You need to allow nature to literally heal you. Because right now there's stuff that you're holding on to energetically that is just kind of bogging you down. And it's almost like getting grounded will really help you. And it's funny, this image that I saw, like, of somebody rolling in the sand, because I was just in Hawaii, and I had this urge to literally just lay in the sand and, like, surrender in the sand and kind of roll in it. And my man was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, it's right. And he's like, "Oh, we're grounded. We're getting grounded." I'm like, "Yeah, we're getting grounded. We're so grounded." And it felt so good, and it felt so right. And it's like, that's what Spirit is showing me about you. And this stone, it just feels so peaceful. It's like, you need some peace in your life. You need... There's peace that's being lacked, but it's also because you need to ground yourself, and you kind of need to let go of something. I'm just not sure what. We're going to figure this out. So first, we're going to flip over this card to see what's here. So, weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So I'm going to show you this really quick. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. A beautiful card, and it makes sense why I saw you rolling in the sand, because it's like, yeah, you do need to get grounded. You need to get grounded. You need to cleanse yourself, because you are holding on. And it's funny because I was telling pile 2 this, but Spirit told me to put the sage here for the whole reading, and I was wondering why I was going to put it there for the whole reading, but it's because every pile, it was relevant. So it would be really cool if you could sage yourself you know, for you, I think that you could really benefit from saging yourself daily. And if you can't sage yourself daily or sage yourself at all, you can cleanse yourself in water. You see how this woman is literally immersed in the water, and she's surrendering to this idea of cleansing and this idea of purifying and letting go. And that's what's going on here. Maybe. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. So obviously there's a boundary situation that needs to be addressed, right? So Spirit is showing me you're being pulled in many, many directions. There's many people who need your help, many people who are calling you, many people who want to talk to you, many people who are just, you know, pulling, that you don't have time for yourself. You don't have time for what you need to get done. You don't have time for what you want to accomplish. And when you do have time for it, you don't have energy for it because you are holding on to everyone else's stuff. And not to mention that everyone else's stuff is kind of problematic. And so now you're holding on to other people's problems. You don't have any space for your own problems. You don't have any space for your own time, your own wants, your own needs, your own goals. And so now you're falling behind on, let's say, cooking your meals. You're falling behind on your gym routine. You're falling behind on your self-care practice. You're falling behind on your breath work or your meditation. You're falling behind on your alone time. You're falling behind on being able to go outside in nature and take a walk. You're falling behind on your homework, your work, your own responsibilities, your emails, because you're being bombarded with stuff that's not important to your life, but you are making it a priority. You're making it important. And Spirit is saying, this is a slippery slope, and at the bottom of that slope, Spirit's showing me is this. You see how pointy this is? You see how sharp this is? It's like you're on the edge of the cliff, and it's a slippery slope, and at the bottom is painful. Ow, like that hurts, right? And so this slippery slope that you're on, Spirit doesn't want you to get pulled into it, because this slope, when you fall or when you get pulled into it and you get pulled into like almost like a rabbit hole of other people's problems, it's hard to get out. It's hard to remove it, because Spirit is showing me almost like energetic ties that are kind of going into you. So like, let's say this is your arm, and I'm seeing all of these like energy energetic cords, and they're coming in and they're like expanding in you, right? So now they're trapped in you, and because you feel so deeply, you're very like intuitive and very in tune with your body and other people's feelings and emotions, and so because you're so in tune and you're so intuitive and you feel so much, you're an empath, 100% an empath. Because you feel that, now you're letting the other people's problems like stick into you, and it hurts. And so Spirit is like, you need boundaries. You need boundaries, you need rules, you need structure. You need to be like, I can talk to you once I get all my stuff done. Hey, I'll try to call you back later, but I have a lot going on. I'll let you know. Just start saying that you can't. But just blame it on your responsibilities, because that's what it is. Hey, I have a lot of responsibilities on my plate right now. I need to get these done. Once I get these done, then we can talk. But if I don't get them done, I'm going to have to call you next week, or just keep pushing it off. And then people will stop coming to you for all their problems. They'll stop feeling the need to call you because you won't be available. And that's fine, that's good, because then it gives you time and space for yourself. And you might be like, oh, I want them to call me. Yeah, but you don't want them to call you with this. So if they stop calling you with your problems, you're going to feel a lot lighter. You're going to feel a lot better. And then it'll actually create space in the relationship for the relationship to be better as well. Because you don't feel like these people are a burden anymore. You don't feel like energetically drained or depleted from them anymore. So now it makes more space for you to actually have a friendship or a relationship or a growing, expansive, like more abundant. And maybe some of these people will fall off and you realize that, wow, they just came to me for their problems. That happened to me. I created boundaries and a lot of people stopped hitting me up. And the thing is that I realized they only hit me up for their problems. They only hit me up when they knew they could use my help. But they didn't hit me up to see how I was doing or to see how they could help me, right? They only hit me up to kind of abuse that factor of me being very empathic or very intuitive or very in tune with them and knowing what's best. But the thing is that you have to know what's best for yourself as well. And by knowing what's best for yourself, you are in tune with yourself. Use your intuitiveness, use your empathicness, your beautiful sensitivities. Work with those beautiful sensitivities in order to take care of yourself, because you need to take care of yourself first. That's the ultimate message here. Spirit wants you to take care of yourself before anyone else. And in order to do that, you have to set boundaries. And this is all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe to my channel. I would really, really, really appreciate you. Just think about it as an energetic exchange for this reading. And if you're interested, I also have TikTok where I post a ton of short pick a card readings. And it's the same handle, TarotXTayFit. And I would love to have you. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.